Once on a yellow piece of paper with green lines, he wrote a poem, and he called it Chomps, because that was the name of his dog, and that's what it was all about. And his teacher gave him an A and a gold star, and his mother hung it on the kitchen door and read it to his aunts. That was the year Father Tracy took all the kids to the zoo, and he let them sing on the bus, and his sister was born, with tiny toenails and no hair, and his mother and father kissed a lot, and the girl around the corner sent him a valentine signed with a row of X's, and he had to ask his father what the X's meant, and his father always tucked him in bed at night, and was always there to do it. Once on a piece of white paper with blue lines, he wrote a poem, and he called it Autumn, because that was the name of the season, and that's what it was all about. And his teacher gave him an A, and asked him to write more clearly, and his mother never hung it on the kitchen door, because of its new paint. And the kids told him that Father Tracy smoked cigars, and left butts on the pews, and sometimes they would burn holes. That was the year his sister got glasses, with thick lenses and black frames, and the girl around the corner laughed when he asked her to go see Santa Claus, and the kids told him why. His mother and father kissed a lot. And his father never tucked him in bed at night, and his father got mad when he cried for him to do it. Once on a paper torn from his notebook, he wrote a poem, and he called it Innocence, a question, because that was the question about his girl, and that's what it was all about. And his professor gave him an A, and a strange, steady look. And his mother never hung it on the kitchen door, because he never showed her. That was the year that Father Tracy died, and he forgot how the end of the Apostles' Creed went, and he caught his sister making out on the back porch, and his mother and father never kissed, or even talked. And the girl around the corner wore too much makeup that made him cough when he kissed her, but he kissed her anyway, because that was the thing to do. And at 3 a.m. he tucked himself into bed, his father snoring soundly. That's why on the back of a brown paper bag he tried another poem, and he called it Absolutely Nothing, because that's what it was really all about, and he gave himself an A, and a slash on each damn wrist, and he hung it on the bathroom door, because this time he didn't think he could reach the kitchen. That's the poem in the center of this section that Charlie reads to Patrick. At the end of this section, Charlie says, "It's like when you're excited about a girl, and you see a couple holding hands, and you feel so happy for them. And other times you see the same couple, and they make you so mad. And all you want is to always feel happy for them, because you know that if you do, then it means that you're happy too." I just remembered what made me think all this. I'm going to write it down, because maybe if I do, I won't have to think about it, and I won't get upset. But the thing is that I can hear Sam and Craig having sex, and for the first time in my life, I understand the end of that poem, and I never wanted to. You have to believe me. One of the major themes of this novel is dealing with the struggle with mental illness. Yesterday, Robin Williams fatally lost his fight with depression. I word it like that because it is a fight, and it is a battle, and it's really easy to feel like, since it's a battle that's internal, you're on your own. But you're not, and you should know that you're not. And a lot of what Charlie has to deal with throughout this book, and you're starting to see that more now, is knowing that he's not alone, and dealing with that feeling of being sort of on the outside of life, looking in, without anyone to help him. If you're struggling with depression, or you have thoughts of suicide, please get help. Talk to your friends, talk to your family, talk to a counselor. I'll leave links to some helplines in the description, and please just talk to somebody. I'm sorry that we didn't talk about the book much this week. It's been kind of a rough week for me too. I've been dealing with my own mental illness issues with anxiety and being sick, but I'm feeling better, and we'll pick up next week talking about part 3. If you have any questions or comments about part 2, please leave them in comments, and I'll do my best to answer them next week. Actually, I might give you guys 2 weeks. I'm going to give you guys 2 weeks to read part 3. There were no comments on part 1. I think maybe you guys are just sort of lagging behind, or you're busy, so give yourself the time to catch up. And we'll pick up in 2 weeks talking about part 3. Tomorrow I leave for Gen Con in Indianapolis, and I will put some of my coverage from Gen Con up next week. Maybe I'll talk to some authors or something. I don't know. But I'll see you guys next week. Please have a safe and happy week. And if you're struggling with mental illness of any kind, please don't hesitate to get help. Bye.